Yo, what's going on, guys? Jay here, and I actually just recorded this video 5 minutes ago, but it actually wasn't recording. But today I got some hot takes for you. Appreciate all you guys who submitted some takes. There was some fucking spicy ones. If you guys want to get involved on next month's hot take video, be sure to go follow me on Instagram at talking.hiphop. Put the, words there. And I post one of the question boxes on my story about halfway through every month. You could go there and drop the most foul, insane take you've ever had. Starting it off with CEO Big Von, he had to say that we finally digested Utopia. It's not that good. I personally disagree heavy here. Utopia has been in my rotation since coming out heavily. There's still a good 10 to 12 songs there that I'm listening to very often. I go back to the album very often. I still think this is Travis's best album, but also it's only been 2 months. We really haven't digested it yet. Like, to be honest, in my opinion, to like fully sit with an album, you need a lot. You need like at the very least a year. But for where we're at right now, I still feel the same about it. I still think it's Travis's best. It's still my album of the year. And I still think there is so much quality to be found in that record. Moving on to what the Frost 25 had to say. They said that JPEGMAFIA is better than Tyler, the Creator. No. Not like I'm a JPEGMAFIA fan for sure. I just don't think he's as great as everyone else does. I always be talking about this when I talk about JPEGMAFIA. Like, I really do enjoy a good bit of his music. He is just not as good as everyone says, to me at least. And Tyler, he's got better albums, better rapper, better lyricist. And listen, to be completely honest, I think he might be a better producer too. Ayatan said that Music to Be Murdered by Eminem is better than Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers by Kendrick Lamar. This is like a hot take for the sake of being a hot take. I feel like there's no way Ayatan actually believes this. Because even like, all right, Music to Be Murdered by is overhated. I would actually go as far as to say it's a good album. There's good tracks on there. Some like Darkness, one of Eminem's best songs, to be honest. But to even compare it to Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, now keep in mind, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, like barely cracks my top 5 for best albums of the year to come out last year. That is not an album that I'm like me writing and praising and like, just Kendrick fanning it up on. As much as I do love Kendrick, that's my dog. That's one of my favorite rappers. But, I mean, like, just what? Come on. Moving on to what Kasaya MH had to say. They said that Baby Keem, Jordan Ward, Smino, Little Sims, JID, and Sampha are going to be the greats of the next generation. I think the only two of these who will really go down as, like, the greats from this time period are JID and Little Sims. Like, they will be at the top of the 2020s decade when it comes to it. The end, it's hard not to when you drop an album like The Forever Story or like Sometimes I Might Be Introvert. But talking about someone like Baby Keem, I think he will definitely have a huge string of mainstream success as well as just making good music. He is very creative and a very boundary pushing artist with a lot of personality. I'm super excited to see what he's going to do. Jordan Ward, personally, I've been seeing him get a lot of buzz online. I know the album he dropped this year is getting a lot of attention. I haven't listened. I'm sorry. If I'm missing out by that much, let me know in the comments and I will go listen to this shit soon. So I can't really speak on Jordan Ward. Sampha is another artist who I've heard songs, I've heard features, and all of them have been amazing. Sampha's got such a great voice, such a good singer. But like, I just haven't listened to an album, so I really can't speak on him. And Smino, I don't know if he'll be a great. To preface, I have only heard Love for Rent, which is really a pretty fucking great album. That definitely like makes me want to go back and listen to his other records that I haven't heard. It has me excited to hear what he's gonna do next. But as a great, I don't know. Smino does have his very own niche and unique sound. I think I just gotta take time to sit with some more of his music and see what's good before I can really make that assessment. I definitely don't think he'll be like, one of the top 5 artists of this generation, but I do think he does have such a unique and good style that he will be an important and a remembered artist from this time in the future looking back. Ned Wheatley once said that B is the best album of the 2000s. Me personally, I haven't listened to B in like 2 years. like all the way through. Obviously, there's some tracks on there, eh? But my opinion may be a little, outdated. Maybe should go repay B a visit soon. But I really just wanted to bring in some 2000s albums that I thought were better. Not to like disrespect B. I don't think this is a trash pick for the best album of the 2000s. It's just not mine. But like in these 10 years, you had albums coming out of New York like the Blueprint and the Black album from Jay-Z, Stillmatic from Nas, and Supreme Clientele from Ghostface Killah. You had Food and Liquor by Lupe Fiasco, The College Dropout by Kanye West, The Eminem Show by Eminem, of course, The Carter 3 by Lil Wayne, which some people might not be happy about me saying the Carter 3 is better than B, but I mean, for me personally, it's not even close. The Carter 3 wipes. And again, no disrespect to B. That's like an 8.5 out of 10 for me. Also, albums like Man on the Moon. The underground hip-hop scene at this time was in peak form with albums like Below the Heavens from Blue and Exile, Deltron 3030 by Deltron 3030, and Mad Villainy by MF Doom and Madlib. You also had Food from MF Doom as well. And again, I'm not trying to say it. Ned is out here with a wild take. I don't think this is an extremely terrible take. This is just what I'm personally putting before B. Shout out to my boy Daniel over at Love of Vibes Entertainment, good friend of the channel. I've been appearing on his podcast pretty regularly lately, so I always post the links when those come out. If you're interested, me and him are always chopping it up about what's relevant in music, so definitely tap in and go show him some love over on his page. But he had to say that new Lil Yachty is greater than old Lil Yachty, and this is freezing cold, guys. I don't think there is really many people who think like old Lil Yachty is like that good. I don't think he had a good album to Let's Start Here. He has really great tracks and moments and features. Let's Start Here is the first time it really all came together, in my opinion. And I mean, yeah, he's really rejuvenated his career, being linked up with Drake, getting these features, doing all these big singles, the Lyrical Lemonade videos, and now Let's Start Here. He's really been in the spotlight lately, and I'm excited to see what his next project has to offer. For our final take, Quincy Hinch had to say that the Griselda record label and the Dreamville record label are the best record labels in hip-hop history. Now, in history, I don't know for sure. I'd have to go through and listen to more albums from the entirety of like the Death Row Records roster or the Aftermath Records roster. But in terms of the best record labels right now, it really is these two. With Kendrick leaving Top Dog, that does leave a pretty big hole there. And of course, Absol, SZA, Schoolboy. I mean, listen, I don't know if it's safe to say that these two are better than TDE. They're all pretty much on the same level, but you go through and look at Griselda's camp. Of course they got West Side Gun spearheading the project. And, Benny and Conway are both on doing their own things. I think that does hurt their argument, but you look at their, some of their less popular signees like Rome Streets, Armani, Caesar, Jay Worthy, Stove God Cooks. For the love of God, drop the album. This man, since he's been on the scene, has been out-rapping West Side Gun every track they have together and has not dropped the album yet. And of course on Dreamville, you got J. Cole, JID, Earth Gang. Boz is primed to drop a pretty big album. It seems we've been waiting on it for a while. You got Ari Lennox there giving you some R&B vibes. Omen, I haven't heard much from him, but he's got some nice features. Kaz, very great rapper. I've heard some solid EPs from him. Also, his track Zendaya is a personal favorite song of mine with J. Cole. That is an amazing song. And Lute, who also has another, again, personal favorite song of mine with a track Life off his album from, I think, 2021, which was, again, a great album. I think it'd be pretty hard to argue that these aren't two of the best record labels to come out in the last, 10 to 15 years. I mean, this is two deep labels that just have quality all throughout. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys this time. Appreciate everyone who, again, sent in questions. Appreciate you guys for watching. Hope y'all are doing well. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, turn on notifications, share, all that good stuff. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.